Today we're checking back in with Ethereum's ETH coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see ETH go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome into the Ethereum chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Ethereum or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. But Ethereum, what can I say? Well, it has not had a good few days. You can see we've dropped all the way from here, the high of the 5th of January, which was $3,837, now down to a low of today, $3,140. We're currently resting at 3,197. This is not a good pattern, and it is known as the three, red crows, three black crows, whatever you'd prefer to call it. This is a very, very bearish pattern, and unfortunately does not bode well in particular for Ethereum, because it has forced us below that 200-day moving average, which is currently sitting at $3,413. So for anyone who's holding Ethereum, myself included, this is honestly not a good time for us at the moment. Where is our point of support? Well, it got breached from that little uptrend, and then our key point of support, which we had in place at about $3,625, got smashed. Now we're dropping. Where are we going to be dropping to? Well, let's have a look. Let's start to bring down our line here and work out exactly where some key points are for us. Well, I think actually right here where we bounced today is another key point. We dipped, I suggest, just below it, but this mark right here that we've put in place now at about 3,160 is a major point of support for us. You can see it was acting as support and resistance points here as well as here, and of course a lot over here in particular when you look at this period here. If we zoom out, once again you can see it has been a major price action point for Ethereum. So overall, what is going to happen now? Well, it looks like we are hopefully bouncing off that point, but we need to see that bounce continue. If we go into the hourly chart, we'll see exactly where we're sitting from that perspective. You can see we bounced and we are starting, I suppose, to come back up, but we are coming back down straight back after. It looks like it's going to come back down and test that point potentially again. And you can see all our moving averages, even on the hourly chart, not looking good. Our shorter term ones have crossed below our longer term ones. So all in all, it is a bit of a sell-off. And the reason it is a sell-off is due to the fact that we breached this major point of support here. And what this pattern is here, if you do recall, I mentioned an upside down flag pattern. This is a relatively bearish pattern, unfortunately, and a bit of a bear trap, or a bull trap I should say. And obviously a lot of people have panicked and sold, but interestingly enough, if you do take a look at the volume isn't massive at this point in time. You can see that whilst yes, the price has dropped significantly, I wouldn't exactly call this a large dump. If you look in the past, you can see that we've had similar size, I suppose, levels of dumping, but the volume is significantly higher. So I don't think this is, I suppose, a huge exodus of Ethereum. Rather, I think this is a healthy correction in, I suppose, a long-term perspective, but obviously it is going to be extremely painful for us right now. Let's have a look at a few more indicators. I'd imagine the RSI has dropped quite a bit. You can see we're now in oversold territory. We're sitting at 28.72, below that 30 mark. That means we are overdue to start moving upwards again now. We need to start seeing a bit of bullish momentum coming in and supporting the coin. We have oversold significantly, and you can see every time we peak at these points or dips, we do come back up bigger and stronger than ever. Has this occurred before? Let's zoom out and have a look at exactly what happened. Yes, it has, back in March of 2020. Let's try and have a look at exactly what happened there. We dipped heavily into the oversold area down to 22.62, and what happened? We recovered gradually, but we did, and it was an uptrend basically from that point on the 12th of March all the way continuing up to, I'd suggest, the peak over here on the 1st of September. So you can see that was basically a big run, over 6 months run. So it is possible for us, I suppose, to see now this could be the catalyst for us to move forward and move onwards and upwards. This dump was probably necessary, basing things on history. Now we could potentially see a big reversal occur, but of course that is all relying on this support point now at 3,160 holding up. That is my key prediction for today, my key price target. This 3,160 mark needs to hold up. We can't continue seeing a dip, but of course things aren't looking good. We do have that 3 red crow pattern type thing occurring here. MACD, let's have a quick look at that one as well. That obviously is still moving in downwards direction as expected. Nothing to see here really. The 12-day EMA moving further away from the 26-day EMA. So realistically, we would need to see a nice little bit of buying or consolidation before we see any chances of that reversing. But now, given the fact that we're sitting oversold, I am expecting some more horizontal moves, I suppose, as opposed to what we've seen lately where it has just been down. That wraps up our analysis on Ethereum's ETH coin today, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's analysis, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.